Hello everyone, hopefully everyone's having a good day today. I'm going to be starting out today's stream, AMX 5100 here. Like usual, going to be doing a little bit of platooning this morning. If anybody does want to platoon, just send me a message, or you know how it works. Otherwise, feel free to request any tanks. Just making sure, since last time I had a little bit of problems with connecting, that things actually connect here on both YouTube and Twitch. Looks like everything's good though, so let's hop into a battle here. Thanks for tipping Levi a biscuit. Doug, here you go, buddy. Hello, Cut and Joseph. And you guys that were here early too. I was saying, I got your message. I don't know if you're on right now. I had sent a couple invites and I messaged you back, Doug. Hopefully you got them if you're on. If not, we can try to see. There is a workaround that sometimes works. Which between last stream and this stream, basically they called it like quote-unquote leak, but it was wargaming that basically allowed community contributors to release it. The tier 1 to tier 7 Italian tanks were basically released, like the info for them. You can pretty much find it on like any of the websites, like World of Tanks blogs like Rita's or the Daily Bounce. Okay, you got it done? Well, if you still want to pop into a platoon, it's fine with me. Yes. This week specifically, you know, last week using this schedule, so, you know, Thursday this morning, and also tomorrow night I'll be platooning. Definitely for at least the first half. Next week I'm going to figure out what day I'll be able to platoon. It's probably only going to be a night stream, but I'm still figuring out how exactly I'm gonna handle, you know, everything. I just need to figure out when I'm actually gonna stream. My schedule at work's kind of weird for the first several weeks because we're not always like open for, like, say breakfast, lunch, dinner. So more or less, like I might be working like say dinner one night or something, and yeah, it just makes things a little bit more difficult, but trying to figure that all out. Currently, like our kitchen is like nowhere close to being like ready to even cook in. It's just a lot of like construction and stuff, so alright, hopefully this proto doesn't push into me. It looks like he might. That's like you're like Labobo right now. Cut. He always watches with it like muted at work. Need to get some like Bluetooth little earbuds. Hello, nice guy. Hello, Carl, too. Oh god, here comes a prototype. So I'd say I can clip him, but I don't necessarily want to get shot too much by him. And if I miss a few shots, I'm gonna be done for. Thank you. That was my backup plan. When in doubt, run and scream. But yes, if anybody does want to platoon, you know, just send me a message. If you haven't platooned with me before, really the only rules are A, like don't be a jerk to people, and B, it helps if you kind of have the tanks I'll be playing on my tank request list, like the tiers. But I always try my best to fit people in if they don't have every tiers, even if it's just for a few battles. Luckily this worked out, you know. I didn't get pushed on, still have some HP. Our team played it right, let the enemies make the mistakes, and yeah, now we have the leg up on them, so we should be pretty good with finishing them off here. I was actually a little bit concerned starting to stream with this. You know, I have a few grinds like this in the 65T that sometimes or even the Borsig, like depending on the map or, you know, how I start out, like with my first placement, it could be a little dicey. Oh, I misread that wrong. Yeah. Or I read that wrong, yeah. Hello, Brian, nice to see you. Oh, we all know where the Artie is. He's probably gonna kill me, but at least if I spot him, I'll get a little bit of assist damage. I can't ram him and kill him, but who knows? Nah, he's set up to aim. I'm gonna do that because I literally can't shoot him. Woo! I was a little close there. I probably should have saw that. Thanks for the challenge, Randall. T34. I guess I'm gonna go. I'm probably gonna die here. Yeah. Guess nobody else was in a hurry to go there. That sounds good. Yeah, let's have an IS-7, 5A1. Hey, hopefully I've fixed the rank problems that we had for some like lower ranks on YouTube, like between like 0 and 20 hours. Hopefully I have that fixed, but don't know until actually see it happen again, or hopefully not see it again. Almost 3k damage though, nice even 1,000 experience. So far so good. So IS-7. Let me get to that. Say I'm like usual. I'm still kind of like waking up here, but here. Hello, Styrofoam and Aesop. Nice to see you. Any insight into the 1.0 update? So, barring any unforeseen changes, like them adding something in last minute, like another map or something, like it's still slated to come out the 20th on the Russian server, so not next Tuesday, but the following basically 2 Tuesdays from now, and then it should hit the other servers Wednesday, the 21st. But really it's just changing every map. I got my hands full with trying to update my map strategies. But yeah, as far as that's the main change that is happening. Honestly, you know, when it comes to the map changes, it's going to take a little while to get used to them again, especially for some like Erlingberg, if they get Pilsing in time. But honestly, the patch coming after it is gonna, like, as far as like gameplay goes, outside of like graphics and map changes, the patch after it's looking like it's gonna be a pretty interesting patch, with them apparently rebalancing premium rounds a little bit, at least the initial phases. We might see Italian tanks get released then. We probably will see the 2 tier 10 Russian tanks that are coming soon. So yeah, it's kind of hard to guess, to be honest, since there's so many things that Wargaming's like just, I don't know, I guess batting around and seeing what sticks and what they can get in time. Yes, you know, I'll add in grinds like every 2 or 3 save requests or so and see how it works out. Hello, Cosmin. Not exactly the best tank for here. I don't want to push out because I do not trust my teammates right now. I'm just gonna kind of sit and wait here. The 5A is my main like opponent here, because if he has heat, he can pen me pretty well. But I'm hoping our north pushes, because they should have a pretty big advantage. Excuse me there. Trouble with words so far. Alright. Let's get going. Can you please just pop around again? I loaded up an HE round just for you. Oh, thanks, Tiger 2. Of course I missed him. Shot the ground. You are so lucky. Like, he should have just gotten hit there, but... Alright, we have a couple people pushing like the center, which is good. They should get that TVP out. Good. Alright. They're not pushing though, so I'll make a move here. TVP's still alive, but honestly, I'd rather focus right here for now. Yeah, I was angled wrong. Just there is a T-49. I hope he does not hit me, because right now, like my engine deck's sticking out just a wee bit. Ooh, God. Now I'm in some trouble. Patriot, get behind. Especially because I loaded up HE there. That Tiger 2 is doing a pretty good job though. Alright, Patriot. Trying to help you out here. I was trying just to put myself literally between me and the M103. Just shot the dirt. Gotta love that. But this is going pretty quick now. I just aimed at the turret since after shooting the dirt once, I don't want to do that again. Well, yeah. I always, yeah, I appreciate you guys helping me, because sometimes I get caught up and forget, and yeah. You know, whether you guys like request a grind or, you know, just kind of remind me to add them in. I appreciate it. I'm hoping once I get like more things with the chatbot changes kind of settled, it'll be a little bit easier for me to keep track of things. I was going for... Yeah, this is gonna hurt. I was gonna say going for the lulz, but yeah. A little too old to say that. Angle, he's aiming at my lower plate, I feel like. I might as well just finish him off. Never mind. Yeah, let's see. Hey, the 111 5A is still alive down there. Don't know how that's possible, but he's definitely still alive down that way. Yeah, he's definitely kicking. Which, please, you know, for the requests, guys, I've seen a couple of you guys do it. Make sure there's no space in between when you use commands, between like the exclamation point and whatever command it is. Because I actually missed. But like, I'll add them up here since, you know, it's the beginning and the chat's not moving pretty fast. I guess out of, yeah. This guy's surviving so long, I might as well go face him. I don't think we're gonna lose. You know, there should be no way he can kill all four of us. Hello, Tito and Carl P. Who'll keep you on track. I probably should get stat on the cap though, because I knew the likelihood of me getting more damage is pretty low, but yeah, that guy survived a little bit too long. I think they will release both of them together as far as the two new tier 10s. Most amount of damage on my team. This guy, yeah, he held on for dear life, and maybe I should have stuck around and killed him, but at the very least we won. But yeah, I'm gonna make it easier here. I'm just gonna pop that off until, if anyone does want to hop into a platoon, you know, just send me a message here. I am on the NA server, so sometimes that's a little confusing if doesn't know where I am on the server or what server I'm on. There we go. As far as the two new tier 10s, the two new tier 10 Russians, the ones that are holding up, so I don't think they have either one of them done as far as like testing and whatnot. However, Wargaming, they've said in a couple Q&As, so for the 1.0 patch, the one coming out basically in 2 weeks, they wanted to basically not release like any major changes outside of changing the maps, changing the graphic settings and stuff, because it would just get, not to say like lost, but it would basically, adding too much stuff to me is like diminished returns, but also, you know, they don't want to change too many things at once to where, you know, say something goes wrong, it's that much more that they kind of need to fix. I'm probably not gonna like my, oh god, I got tracked. Oh, I got tracked again. I'm dead. I'll pop back into this tank again shortly. Yeah, I probably should have seen that they had quite a few lights, but usually when I'm in a mid-tier I try to do something like that because you can pull it off, but they actually pushed their lights on this side. I'll get back to this tank though. I'll pop it back up in here because that was not really a good showing. So let me hop into a grind and then I'll get back into that M5. Let's go to T50. But basically the new Russians, maybe the Italians, but they might be in like a patch later, should come the patch after 1.0. Unfortunately, I don't have a Ferdinand Tito. Hello, MW. Nice to see you. Do I play Artie? Only if it's requested. Like, I don't mind playing SVGs. Like, technically, I'm grinding I think the Crusader. Yeah, the Crusader. And like I don't have it owned, but a French Artie I was grinding like years ago, to where like if they're requested I play them. But yeah, since I have plenty of other grinds, I don't like necessarily pop into them unless I need to get like a mission done. I was mainly going for glory there, and it did not really work. I probably should have seen though that, you know, since I'm bottom tier at tier 4. A little bit more risky. Like I was doing that when I was grinding the German lights a lot, because I started at like tier 4, tier 5 the grind. I was doing that a lot in those. The Lukes and what, like the VK, where I was making that loop around. but obviously it didn't really work out that match. Alright, this is gonna be a toughie. Let's see what my team does, but I'm gonna try to take a quick shot this way. As long as Artie doesn't hit me, I should be okay. Like I'm not gonna push here. I'm just gonna see if I can get a quick shot of someone trying to push across. And I'll probably loop back and go to the other side. But we'll see how it works out. You never know what happens down here. I feel like I say it a lot. I love myself some like cheap damage early on in matches where, you know, people are usually on edge, but some people just completely don't realize that they're like running across areas that they're gonna get shot up. This tortoise is still pushing, which is not good for me as far as staying in this spot, but I think I might actually stay here for another clip. Just we didn't push, which is going to be really hard to defend here. Stay tracked. Awesome. That's really big. If we can track this T10, that would be awesome as well. He's probably going to shoot me, given that I have pretty crappy armor, but he has not yet. But this is just playing right into our hand here. Come on, there we go, awesome. I was gonna say, I'm just gonna stick here because they are pushing pretty hard. I would help him. I think the best tortoise just missed me. The best thing I can do for him is keep this tortoise preoccupied. Not that I want to get shot, but come on. Not that I want to get shot, but I will if I can get some damage off, but that didn't work. They buffed the cupola of the tortoise, which I'm fine with, but hitting it in the center like that, you should be able to pen it if you're in like the same tier tank. That was just a little ridiculous there. I shouldn't need heat to pen the weak spot of a tortoise. But RNG sometimes is in your favor and sometimes it's not. Hello Abdul, nice to see you. And Leonard. What server you're on? The Christmas, or no, you mean like per tank? Like the Christmas discounts for each tank? They're permanent. The only thing that expired was the redeeming your crew members you got through that. But yeah, any discounts to tanks are permanent. Like, I still have one from way back when they did like discounts on the new Swedish tank destroyers, like one of those patches. I still have them from way back when. Oh god, he's sitting literally out in the center. Hello, Floyd. But yeah, basically, you know, any discounts you have for tanks stay. I'm hoping they're still able to push that flank easy enough. I went over here since I'm hoping, because I'm coming late here, I can just kind of pop in and clip somebody here. Hello, Steve. Nice to see you. Nice. Great. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna pop up here. I only have 2 shells, so I'm not going to be able to kill him, but... Pretty good match though, 4k damage, a little bit of assist. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get any more here. Hello, fix it. If he mentioned it, like the last I heard, they don't expire, but I could be wrong, so you should be able to find it though if you like Google it or something. But as far as I know, the Christmas discounts for tanks do not expire. The main thing was basically redeeming your discounts, or not discounts, you're redeeming like getting your crew members. Like the NA already passed the date, but for like EU and stuff, their date was a little bit later. But anyway, most amount of damage, nice match here. Luckily, yeah, I didn't get already. That was my main worry there. Alright, so I'm gonna hop back into the M5A1 since that was a pretty bad match here. Hello, Latif. Nice to see you. Yeah, like I was looking into the depot, no, not yesterday, the day before yesterday, to see if I had anything to sell, and like it showed up all the tanks I've discounted, and excuse me, basically like the Udez is still up there because I had bought it before. Those discounts came out for the Swedish tanks, and there's like one other that I have a discount for from the Christmas event. Like the Udez one has been there for like, I don't even know how long, over a year. So as far as my knowledge, they don't expire. Alright, so let's see if I can survive longer than a minute here. Yeah, hopefully, I think it's just allergies. Like finally things are starting to come back alive outside where I'm at here, and that means, yeah, lots of allergies for me. And for Levi, unfortunately, since he's allergic to everything. Cosmin, just look underneath the video. You'll see like a little description area. Just click on it and it will expand, and you can see all the commands, and you can see that some have like prices next to them. I'm just gonna play this aggressive. What's the worst? It can't be any worse than my last match, so. They're making a, or doing a center push here. They're doing a center push and they are aborting midway. I don't know how smart that is. Come on, keep going this way. You're gonna do a center push. You better commit to that. I shoot the Lee because he has less armor here. I think they all followed that PZ38T, and fortunately for them, they've found out why you don't want to do that. Doesn't matter what tier you're playing. I'm just gonna rush in now. I would say this was a little bit better than my last match in the M5A1 here. Just a little bit. Please don't shoot me, Hetzer. He's probably gonna one-shot me. Ooh, don't aim at me. Whew. Very close to getting myself killed by ramming. Hello, Kumar. Nice to see you. Okay, M3 request. T25 pilot. Scorpion G. But got a master badge first class. High caliber award. 1100 damage, not too bad. I kind of feel bad because a lot of their team here at 0 damage. They just push down the center. I don't know how they all came about that, but you know, that's, you know, it is a low tier match, so. But matches like this, they're fun to play. I'm actually curious if we won Swamp. We did win Swamp. Obviously my very aggressive push on Swamp worked. All the way down here. But yeah, luckily we won that too. Alright, so let me get into, I'll do the 705 because that's a grind. Then I'll get into the challenge up after that. Beef Jerky asked, you have 2k battles and a win rate 8 of 189. Most likely that's because, so win rate 8 isn't the end all be all. You know, it's a player made metric, and honestly, I don't think it's the best thing out there, but a lot of people follow it. It gives you like an indicator of how good you are as far as like performance, but you know, it's not perfect to where I honestly would not even look at it if you're starting the game now. Just use the stuff in game and look at like your win percentage, like the damage that you're doing relatable to like the HP of your tank. If you're in a light or a medium, factor in like assist damage too. But more or less, it's so low there because it gives you a penalty for playing underneath like tier 5, I think it is, because it tries to dissuade seal clubbers, basically people like I just did in that match, playing with full equipment, you know, 100% crew in low tier battles. So it gives you like a penalty. That's why it's so low. Yeah, their chat would have been a little bit interesting. One plus side, I would say, of having a lower win rate 8 as far as like your, like granted I don't use the mod, so I'm assuming it goes off of like your whole account value, is less people focus on you with artillery. Because as we have found out during some of my matches, if there's like 2 or 3 arty, which there are here, like I'm gonna be in an arty spot here, so I know I'm gonna get hit. You'll have basically all the SPGs like focused on you some matches if they're using like XVM and looking at your win rate, or win rate 8 I should say, not just win rate. I was ready to push with him, but now I'm not, just because they most likely have some TDs back here. Alright, so that bush is clear. I use the smaller gun on the 705, but it does have a higher caliber one than the one I'm using. I'm actually thinking I want to go somewhere else. I usually don't head up here anymore because, especially from this side, there's a pretty good chance you're not going to be able to push. I'm going to try to get back before they start pushing around this corner though. Oh god, got myself a little bit screwed up here. It's just, yeah, they're getting hit from up here. Yeah, we do not want to push here. We are better off going here instead. How many battles I have? 21,000? I'm just taking a wild guess. I honestly forget. I'm gonna help out with this type, but definitely I should have went down here to begin with. Whenever I'm on this side now, I usually stay far away from the north there unless I absolutely have to be up there, because I find it's easier to push the center in the southern area. Yeah, we're gonna be in some deep doo-doo here. I don't know why you just decided to push even further. Like, you saw that there's a T30 and yet you decided to push down there. So honestly, both of these guys, I would like to save them, but I know I'm not going to be able to. I'm just going to try to get damage off here in the Type 4. It's better if I try to let these guys get themselves out of cover here. Especially because a few of the people from the north started pulling back this way. Found a couple. Don't want to get completely stuck out here. Don't think that they'll push in on me, but I just got to keep an eye out for some other tanks here. Fortunately, the Type 4 can really mess me up if he hits me with HE on the engine deck or even the turret roof. This is something I need to keep an eye out, and I can't pen him too well, even with heat. This tank, slightly poor penetration even with premium rounds, no matter what gun you use. Like, you know, it's definitely good penetration, but it's not like some absurd like premium rounds that you can find at higher tiers where you just like penetrate everything. Fortunately, now we're starting to lose the north here. But they've kind of done the right thing and they haven't pushed into us. Thanks for tipping Levi a biscuit, Brian. Really just need, they have some low HP tanks, it's just getting them out cover. Like, our Artie should be able to splash them, so I'd like to get these two guys out, which they're starting to work on them. But me pushing over right now isn't in the books. These shots are not even going remotely where I want them to be. Alright though. Their T30's dead, so I gotta throw my hat in the ring here and hope for the best. Not the safest approach I'm using. I can get shot from behind, but I am hoping. Oof, yeah, that worked. Hoping my Artie can finish them off now. Ooh, come on. Full stun. I'm just gonna... This T49 should be able to help me. Just in case this object pops around now. There we go. Awesome. Still tied though. We really should focus on these two, given their HPs, but they still have a T30 somewhere. I'm hoping he's not down here. At least. I should have taken that sooner. Unfortunately, now I'm kind of stuck. I don't think I'm going to make it out of this. I need to pull back because this 430 is going to be able to flank me. But most likely Artie's also going to be able to throw its hat in the ring against me. I don't know if this 430 is going to flank me entirely, but I'm just going to try to take the beach here. Yes. Did you mean like as far as how the color is displayed? I did notice that. If you mean like the colors here, I switched the colors around a little bit, but yes, it seems like they forgot to put like some sort of filter on the tank or something along those lines. Hello, Andrew. Nice to see you. Yes, the high tier US, or not US, Russian tanks are good. Like I usually suggest doing the IS-7 line first. You get a benefit of being able to do this line as well, to the 705A. But like even the IS-4 line's pretty solid throughout it. Interesting spot he had there. Oh lord. Glad he ran into that, but I'm trying to get closer. I don't want to get flanked, but I don't want to get RD'd more so than I want to. Because he's definitely going to be able to flank me here. There's no doubt about that. But I really did not want to get RD'd, which if I stayed where I was, most likely I would have gotten RD'd. He can't get up there. This is actually not going to be good. I don't think he realizes. He might. Okay, maybe he does. I saw him going like that way. But hopefully they win this. I ended up having a decent match, but nothing, you know, out of this world as far as I missed a few little shots here or there. But they should get this. So let me tip Levi here. He's almost out of peanut butter biscuits here. He's got plenty of other ones though. Alright, so I have the challenge coming up next here. T34 from Randall. I gotta do 1.5 times the HP total. So what, 675? Yeah, 675 I believe. Damage the system block. But really, like the only lines like I would suggest people don't go down, like when you're first starting the game, I wouldn't pick more than one SPG line if you're interested in them, and I would stick to like US, probably the US, French, or British ones. I wouldn't suggest going down a light tank line first. Figure out if you like mediums before going to lights, and I would try to stay clear from like the Japanese mediums, Chinese tanks in general. Trying to think here. Probably the Russian. Nah, the Russian TDs aren't too bad. I would probably say the Object 268 version 4 Russian TDs, only because they are good, but they can be hard to play. But basically, there's just certain lines I like wouldn't go down first, where usually you don't screw up picking a tank line in World of Tanks. Like, while some tanks might not be like the best currently, they're usually, you know, they're fairly well balanced, to where most of like the nitpicking that people do relates to like people playing competitively, and whether it fits into that or not. The Chinese tanks aren't particularly bad, it's just they're not the easiest to play for someone just starting out. So you have poor gun depression, poor gun handling on a lot of them. You know, it's just they're not easy easy for your first tank line, I'll say. This guy's too busy fumbling over himself, so might as well shoot the other person. Having a pretty good start so far. Like, I have not had to worry too much about getting getting shot. Like, man, we did not put many people in the north though, which is why I pushed hard there. I'm just glad I didn't get popped, because like the T-34-100 has pretty good alpha. Thought this E-25 was gonna pop through here, but I'm guessing not. Ah, maybe he did. He went a little bit further down. I'm hoping RNG helps me, but that's not working. Out of the woods here for the challenge, because one little shot can kill me. I'll probably find out shortly. Like, I'm getting myself... Hey, good, the Dicker Max isn't aiming at me. Like, I'm getting myself pretty dangerous, or dangerously close to the Dicker Max. Oh god. Yep. Need to get myself in here, because that E-25 almost got me there. Thank you for the challenge though, Randall. Well, usually in this, like, I'm not able to use my DPM like as much as I did early on there, because, you know, you don't want to take shots because you're not doing as much damage per shot as, say, like shooting one of the tier 6s or 7s here. But luckily I was able to just kind of hold down on the trigger there and just mow them down. But if this was like more of an open map, it would have been much harder. I have a thing against this E-25 right here. Oh, I missed him. I bounced and he got me. Like, you gotta be kidding me there. I really hope we don't lose, but like, that person is so lucky. Like, they did play very well, I'll give them that, but like, they're so freaking lucky. I don't think we're gonna lose though. It's just, I bounced off of them that one last time there, and then I hit them in the track 2 times for 0 damage. Like, that's just, yeah. Oh well. But thanks for the challenge there, Randall. That was a fun battle. Even though I got killed by an E-25. Alright, so I remember to add my grinds in here. There we go. Thanks for an ultimate challenge, fix it. Here we go. I would say I actually, I've kind of forgotten. I have them still down here. To add them up to the board here. So I'll definitely be getting to that. Yeah, pretty decent match. That E-25 though, he did a good, or he or she did a good job. It's just a little bit lucky as far as blocking a couple of those shots. Yeah, that it basically bounced me because I was using the 57mm. Yeah, and just kind of ricocheted off. So stir a meal here. Let me start a raffle here too. I know, I wanted E-25s and T-67s. I usually go all out against them. Yeah, the PZ-4 is a pretty good tier 5 tank. Hi, Kumar. Hello, Marga. Nice to see you. I'm Muhammad. Oh, right now I think the most hated tank would be the, like, if you loop, you know, kind of put them together, the Type 4 and Type 5 heavies. Seems like I always get this map in this tank here. I'm gonna try my luck out over on this side, but not looking very well here. Thank you very much, Nate Palmer, for the host again. Hope your rank battles were going better. I would say right before I went live, I was watching a few battles that you were playing over there. I think I caught the one you got, I think, killed by like a FV 4005 stage 2 or something about that. I was setting my stream up and kind of had you up on my second screen here. Hello CJ, nice to see you. Got him. Thanks again for the host though. Yeah, that second shot was just a guess. I'll come right back up. Not that my accuracy is gonna work here, but one can hope. I only caught those few battles, but you know, some days matchmaking stinks, so I hope I don't have a bad matchmaking day here. So far it's been going decent. But you know, ups and downs of streaming, you never know what's gonna happen given the day. Especially when you're playing a, you know, online game. Rename yourself to Rage Palmer. Yeah, I have streams like that, so I try to laugh it off, but you know, there are some days where it is tough. Like that Stug 3G's feeling right now. If there's only one premium tank, like I know a lot of people would probably say the Defender, because it is like a really good tank as far as performance. I would go like the T26E5 Patriot or like a Lorraine 40T. Only because they're pretty fun to play. They can do quite a bit of damage, and also they print credits. Like the Defender doesn't make credits as much as say a Lorraine or a Patriot. Like it still makes decent credits given that it is a premium. Oh god, I was hoping that he would stop, but he's pushing like a madman and he's now dead. But yeah, I'd rather, if I only had to pick one, I'd pick one of those just because of the credit earning potential, plus they perform pretty well. Thank you, Carl, for the subscription. T34, which one? I just played the T34 medium, but if you mean the T34 tier 8 heavy, I play that pretty well. Pretty much you just want to stay at mid-range, so say like at most a little bit inside your V-range circle and try to hold down as much as possible. That way you can use your armor, your gun hits hard, you have good penetration, and since your DPM's low, no one can push on you. Pretty easy. But yeah, the Super Persian's good as well. They're changing the preferential tanks though at some point this year, so that's going to be losing the preferential matchmaking. They are going to buff said tanks, but you know, they are going to change at some point. But I'd like a Super Persian. It's just, as far as like, I feel like it's easier for, say, if you come up against someone that knows the Super Persian weak spots, for them to deal with one of those than it would be like, say, against a Patriot. Or Lorraine has that autoloader, so. But that's not a bad pick. Plus, it is one of the cheapest tier 8 premiums. Exactly, eh? Great shot, but my RNG is on fire right now. Usually it stinks in this tank, but I'm actually able to hit things this match. As surprised as everybody else here. Let's see if it... Can I stay lucky? Nope. That was on me though. I didn't aim right. They buffed the T-34's gun handling, the accuracy, I think really early last year, or maybe the year prior, but I think it's good for, you know, what it is now. It used to be, you know, quite a bit worse. It isn't the easiest tier 8 premium to play, but it is, you know, I like playing it. But then again, I like tanks that have turret armor and gun depression. Alright, so I got a Mastery Badge First Class here. Actually my best battle, experience-wise, is in the Stir Meal here. High Caliber Award. Yep, wish I would have had matches like this when I was grinding it. But, yeah, pretty good match here. Alright. I got a grind up next. I'll get to the ultimate challenge after this one here. What haven't I? See, I'm not sure if I want to pop into this just yet. I'll go with this 65T here. Thanks, guys. But yeah, as far as you know, requesting tanks, yeah, it is basically I take one per person per stream, just because they fill up pretty fast. Basically, with Hello Scrub, basically when it comes to the preferential matchmaking tanks, I can't say anything about how well they're gonna be or not. They're gonna be fine. They're not gonna nerf them, but you know, there's no, literally Wargaming hasn't made any of it public as far as how they're rebalancing them, nor have they even started it to testing yet. They're just merely stating that they want to remove preferential matchmaking tanks, at least above tier 5, and basically they're gonna be buffing them. Like they talked about doing the KB5 first as like a test to make sure it actually works without like angering people. But you'll be able to get a refund and the gold price. You'll be able to trade it in for a different tank if you would like, or you can keep the newly buffed tank that you have. But as far as specifics, you know, anyone can guess about them, but until Wargaming actually starts letting people test them, because I'm pretty sure they're doing a super test for it, you know, your guess is as good as mine. So the Stir Meal is definitely not my favorite tank, but I have kind of learned a little bit with how to play it a little bit better. There's nothing wrong with a little bit of, I guess, YouTube time before taking some finals. I hope you have a successful final taking day tomorrow, though. I remember I used to hate big tests, but looking back on them, you know, I guess they're easier as long as like you actually pay attention in school. They're easier than what they probably seem like. Right, the only thing I ever struggled with in school was Spanish. Funny enough, I think that half has to do with like I was working at the restaurant already, so the Spanish I knew versus the Spanish what they were trying to teach me was a little bit different. Like mine was more like what people speak every day, like everyday Spanish, and not like proper Spanish. So I like I got like C's and D's and stuff. Missed me. Just that person, kind of. They're starting to get a little bit more. Oops. A little bit more, here. Fortunately, the gun handling on this is not good, but we're about to die here. Because they're going to flank us from the right. I don't know how I'm holding off all these tanks because they can pen my cupolas. I can pen the super person's cupolas, but at the same time, I'm using the big gun on this. The accuracy is not too good on this. This Oho flanks us though, we're 100% screwed, but I have a feeling that once this Lorraine gets loaded, they're gonna push in, kill the Caravan, and I'll be soon to follow. Unfortunately, we just can't take any tanks out here. Like, we're chipping away at their HP, but yeah, here's that. Lorraine. Oho's behind me. Yeah. There's not much I can do here. I'm gonna try to hit the Lorraine. Nah, Super Persian got me. Oh well. I was playing it the best I could in the AMX 65T there. It's just we didn't have the tanks. We lost 3 tanks early and never won the city there. Kind of hard to win against a T95 though when both of your tier 9s are camping in the same spot, so it happens. Alright, so let me get into, before I get to the IS-4, I was going to do the ultimate challenge from Fix-It here. Yeah, pull this up here. But I'm going to have to play here. I'm going to have to play a tier 10 medium tank. For anyone that doesn't know what an ultimate challenge is, so you can spend stream currency to challenge me in tanks, and the ultimate one's the hardest one for me to play, so I get to pick the tank after the wheel kind of picks what type of tank I'm playing. But more or less, I'm going to have to do 2.5 times the HP total of the tank here. Winners... Ooh, I actually messed up my webcam a little bit there. That's good enough. But winners get their name up on the board here. Alright, so 2.5 times the HP total of... I don't even know. Yeah, I'll go to Object 140. What the hell? Gonna have to get to 4,750 here. Hello Mario, nice to see you. Which somebody asked earlier, sorry I missed answering it right away. What would be better, the IS-6 or Alpine Tiger? I personally would like the Alpine Tiger better, so basically the WZ-111. Since they're the same, just because it has better mobility, slightly better like gun handling. The armor's, you know, comparable, but it's tough to say because they are changing, you know, the preferential tanks, but I would probably lean to the WZ-111 there. I'm doing well, Tito. I think I remember I ended up switching my name in Spanish from. It started out because there's no like real Cody name in as far as like a Spanish name. They call me Claudio. As I ended up switching it to Codito. Oh, you definitely should get studying then, Muhammad. Don't want you to get a disgraceful grade. My parents is always you know, they wanted me not to, well, not fail, but I always shot for like at least a B and stuff. Like I took school seriously, but I also like to have a little bit of fun back then. Not too much fun anymore. Jerky, as far as the Panther, the M10 Panther losing the matchmaking, I would say yes. But again, you know, Wargaming, they merely stated they want to remove the preferential matchmaking. It's just they want to make sure it works first, so I assume they're starting with tier 8s, then they might go down to tier 7, tier 6. They said there's something different about lower tier preferential tanks, so I think that will probably relate to like tier 5 and under, but it could mean tier 7. You know, it's too early to know. So, but I would guess, oh lord, I did not think he was going to come in like a wrecking ball there. But yeah, and of course the already is aiming at me, but we're actually not in the best of spots, just with there being 2 bat arties. But that helps there. Try to. I played this pretty aggressive too for this being an ultimate challenge, but hey, I would like to win here, and this is how I see us winning, because they had a lot more mediums that were going to head out here than our team, so figured I needed to be up here. But like I think that it probably would lose its preferential status because, you know, the Panther, you know, the standard tech tree Panther is perfectly fine, so I would see them buffing it to basically be like that. I don't think there's anything, you know, to really worry about. God, there's a badger. Why is there always got to be a badger? I don't know why you decided to push in there, Mr. M48, but I can't help you because they can't hit him right now, but they can hit me. So if I had pushed over, I'm basically #1 on the chopping block here. I don't think I'm gonna get this, so we'll see you, Napalmer. Have a nice night. Thanks again for the host. Trying to track them, but might be able to get. Hope this badger doesn't know he can shoot through that. Might be able to get up to this little hill here. It's not going to be 100% safe, but if I have any hope of getting this challenge one here, I'm gonna have to throw my hat in the ring a little bit more than I have. I don't know where my arty is necessarily aiming at. I'm not really wanting to go past this hill just yet, because he's down there. He's not aiming at me, but Gun depression. Ah. Alright, so to get around this badger, I've got to worry about this leopard 1. Target number 1. Hopefully a Shrev 1OB realized, or Shrev 103B realizes he can hit him now. But he can also get shot back from him. Slowly working on getting this leopard, but this bat chat's going in for the badger, so I'll gladly try to help out here. Double awesome. Don't think I'm gonna win this for the sake of there's not any HP left except for 1 artillery. So congrats on winning the challenge here, and I guess missed that shot, which didn't help either. Pretty good match for what I was facing, but yeah, I just didn't get any of that assist damage that was getting racked up around me. I had to get to what, 4,750 damage assist and block here. I think I was like 1,000 short, but yeah, pretty good match. It's just a few other people, like say the bat chat, he didn't get much assist damage. Just got a little bit more assist damage than I did, but let's see. Yeah, I definitely don't think I even got close to this, but it's nice to know how far I was off. I got, let's see, 3,662. So yeah, so about 1,000 off there. So congrats for winning that. Fix it. Okay, hello Dana, nice to see you. I slacked off on chat for a few minutes since trying my best to win that one. Alright, so IS-4 is up next here. Got way too many of these things. I think I'm gonna lay off on the credit one now. Sci-fi movie title? You mean like as far as good sci-fi movies? Or just like the title itself? Hello, Jawad? Mustafa? Nice to see you. Thanks for tipping Levi, Leonard. It's all good, fix it. I messed up my Twitch chat. There we go. Here you go. It's about sci-fi. Like, I know it's not a movie, but I still really like the show. It's called The Expanse on the Sci-Fi Network. I pretty much like anything when it comes to sci-fi, so like even if it has kind of, not that most sci-fi movies have bad plots, but I usually just like seeing, you know, like seeing stuff as far as like the visuals. My FPS is taking a dive here. I even turned my settings down a little bit since it was doing it last stream. I guess it does not like Arctic region. I'm glad the ranks are working. Literally all I did was, like on my end, there's like a little drop down menu so I can switch like the amount of hours or like the biscuits it requires to, or basically needs for the rank. All I did was toggle it up 1 hour and then toggle it down 1 hour to make it back to where it was. Fixed it. Literally the strangest thing. I usually hate fighting down here, but I decided to throw my hat in the ring because it seems like we're gonna need some help, especially if, yeah, our north is not going to push. Like, I really hope they don't just get shooting well either. I'm trying to pipe, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm gonna stick with heat here, because literally, if I don't know how that guy died, literally if we have any chance here, it's gonna be because I'm actually gonna run away here. I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it out, but we need to run away. Like I know that guy's pinging to try to get help, but literally the only hope we have here is to run. Because our team is not pushing the other flank, not that they can. Not that I was fearful, it's just it didn't make sense for us to push in. Like, it seems like I'm ditching these guys. I feel bad, but we lost an AMX because he literally sat right in front of the people. And then we only had 2 tanks against like 6 up on that corner. So pushing in is just compounding your losses and you're gonna die faster. Like, popping back to here isn't a bad spot to pop back to. I can survive a little bit longer back here. It's just, it's as far as not dying for no reason. Unfortunately, I'm having to chuck heat out because literally if there's any chance of winning this flank, I have to pin every available shot, which I haven't done already here. I should have stuck down and taken that shot a little bit better there. Screw it. It just, you know, it kind of stinks because, you know, they're mad at me, which I get. It's just there's not too much I could have done except for just get myself stuck down there. Or at least I'm giving my team a chance here. Not that we won the North either. Like, I'd be more mad at the Yag Tiger and the Batch at 25T camping the base. But that's just me. But I've definitely missed several shots. This is going to be a really expensive loss too, considering I've missed quite a few heat shells. And that's pretty much all I've fired the entire match. I'm not even going to give the ELC a moment of my time here, because yeah, I'm just gonna shoot the dirt instead. Maybe I'll at least point at him here. But yeah, I'm pretty much dead here. It's not rigged like that person. The reason we lost here is our team just, for lack of better words, we sucked this match. You know, it happens. But anyway. Yeah, those are matches that you just move on. Alright, I got to fix my tank requests here. I have a ton of tank requests here, so just a little disclaimer, I might not be able to get to them all. I have, you know, these 3 here plus the 2 down there, so I'm gonna do my best to get to as many as possible, but you know, there's only so many matches I can have in a day. Hello Taco, nice to see you. And Builder. Like, I like Arctic region. I think the rework is nice too. They made some small changes that'll help, but I just don't specifically like that bottom area because, like, they did have pretty good tanks for fighting down there compared to ours. It's just once you kind of see how many tanks are going to be in the southern, like, corner down there, and whatever side has, you know, say like 2 tanks or more than the other, typically wins, unless like your team really turtles up well, which ours didn't. The only way we could have beat them back there is if we stopped them from pushing in early. Once they got those few tanks down low along the water, I pretty much knew it was game over. I wasn't going to be able to beat them there. Even if I had popped up and we didn't lose anybody early. So, oh well. Alright, so I'm gonna be heading up here. I kind of like the matchmaking right now, but looking at it, it's all gonna depend on if this OI lets me get around him. Because right now I can be hit, but I'm trying to get closer, and I'm kind of helping him out by making him get closer. But the KV3, like, I'm probably gonna be RD's favorite target now, but the hull sometimes can be a little bit weak to where their T29 might give me some problems if I can't get up here. That would have been an awesome first shot. And just run up into T67 and start chewing through people. And unfortunately, RNG was not our friend there. I'm just going to shoot part of that building out. Of course, it missed again. Gotta love tanks like that getting lucky. Thank you, Tank, for the follow over on Twitch. I'm hoping with people like, I see an OI here. You guys see that? I don't think I even have to say how frustrating that is. Thank God somebody killed him. Just like 1 HP. Are you kidding me? I'm literally not gonna be not stunned here. I'm just gonna swap the APCR now because I'm not gonna have any accuracy the entire match now. I'm just gonna suck it up and hopefully my team's able to push through. Since I'm gonna be the one being stunned the entire match here. But I don't mind as long as we win. Kind of hoping I don't die doing this. I might. This IKV's hitting me. FE304, losing my crew, but just trying to push through here. It's literally every single SPG is in love with me now. I'm flattered, but it does get a little bit annoying. Figure if I was about to die, I might as well take him with me. I still might die here though, because if RD's still aiming at me, they're probably just gonna fire where I was last seen. Yeah. I could have tried to get away there, but it wasn't worth it. The M44 was probably gonna kill me. So that's what happens when all three RDs on the team focuses on you, but hopefully it was worth it, but I don't know. I don't think it was enough because we're tied here. They have the leopard behind us, and most likely they killed the leopard. Good. We'll see. That's what I was afraid of happening though, but But yeah, that 1 HP on the T67 was a little bit frustrating. I'm glad he died, but yeah. Alright, so Chivri's up next. Hello GG, nice to see you. Oh, I know firsthand that a lot of people think the game is rigged against them. You see it on the forums. I have people email me about it on using like my WoT Guru contact on my website. I see it on Facebook and like the World of Tank groups I'm on. I get comments on Facebook, or not Facebook, YouTube about it. The game's not rigged against you. It's called, you know, RNG, the random number generator. You know, there's that plus or minus 25% when it comes to damage, penetration, and sometimes your teams just get really unlucky. It is random battles after all. But matches like that are frustrating, like the 1 HP on the T67, but yeah. There's nothing you can do other than just shrug it off and go on, or move on. Because there's matches like where I get hit early on and like I should have died but didn't, and then like I escape and you have a pretty good match after that. So, you know, you basically get both sides of the coin. Any different tank instead of the IS-4 that could have made a difference? On that flank I was at, I would say no. Except for possibly like a T110E3 or Objects 268 version 4, a Badger. Basically something that I would have been able to like hold down a little bit somewhere and just still be able to pen them without taking damage. I think that's the only way I would have been able to do something on that flank. Or had I been able to push the north if I was in like a medium or like a fast heavy. But I don't think the north, I probably would have died there because it looks like they were afraid to push. This is not looking good. We have nobody contesting the north here. And that's scary. Not that it's a bad tactic, it's just scary because not a good sign about how your team's gonna place themselves. There's no arty, so I'm trying to fight here because I can cover both areas. I just have to keep an eye that I'm not going to get shot through that little gap there right in front of that Sherman. Press a little bit more here because usually TDs don't sit here early on. Just the 2 I have no armor. I have decent HP and, you know, the good little autoloader here, but I just have to be careful not to get myself to where more than one person's shooting at me at a time. No, I'm not able to hit him. Taffy near our base. They're starting to push here. Good. Vicar Max, you should keep pulling backwards. Hopefully this IS hasn't seen me yet, but that's probably all going to change now. He has killed his target. Crap. No, I'm not going to be able to help him. My team is playing extremely passive up here, which when they finally realized they could push up that far, there's no cover for my team to sit in. You had to use the hill as your cover there, and we just never utilized it. Trying my best to get numbers and keep numbers on our side, which fortunately it worked out there. I was able to get a couple people out. This FPS is really screwing with me, popping down to 45. Maybe when I like updated a driver it changed my settings, but it makes it hard to follow for me. I'd rather it be stuck at 30. I'm gonna take a very big risk here that the IS isn't. Oh, that the IS isn't back there, and he is. Because the Scorpion just shot me there, but I would have taken that risk of getting shot by the Scorpion to go kill the Hellcat. Not looking good for me, so I'm gonna peace out. Awesome, they got the PC3 behind me. Should be able to pop here on the IS. Oh, and he got a decent roll there, over 400. One more shot though, and I would have got him. Oh well. Did 2,000 damage. It's just, I should have shot him instead of making sure. I should have shot him just through this and pop back, but I guess showed a little bit too much of my tank, and I was rushing it a little bit. I just hope that we win this. He's still got 12 HP, but we'll see. They still have a chance. Ooh, he has a stock gun. Never mind. I was like, why did he just throw HE at him and didn't kill him? That's why. I have a grind up next here. Unfortunately, we lost the KV3 match on Malinovka. The Chi-Ri is a fun tank though. It's just once you start taking fire, it's really hard to stay alive due to its size. What, you mean like the... You mean like the... as far as the aiming circle telling you that you can pen something? Well, that's something to where, you know, it's based off your average damage, but... Yeah. Again, like, I honestly don't even pay attention to that. It's just... Yeah, I can see where that could be a little frustrating if you use that. The weather today is decent, in Jersey. Oh, I can't believe I said that. In New Jersey. I hate people that say just Jersey. But, yeah. Yesterday was pretty crappy. A bunch of rain and a little bit of snow, but... yeah, my team, we're not going to spot anything. I'm not going to sit here just to not get any shots off. Hello, Ice Swallow, nice to see you. Oh. Oh, funny name there. You almost got me to say the same thing. Well, since your name is very, very inappropriate, I'm gonna time you out there. That's funny though. I'm glad I don't read full names, partially because of that. I didn't lose any power though, which hello Jeep. Yeah, the Chi-Ri does look like a small Type 4 and 5. If only it had the armor like it. Hello, Dingo. Okay, our snow was gone in about 10 minutes. It just melted instantly. I should be fine taking a shot here. If he's actually still there. Nope. Yep, that's why you do not push the valley. Like, we had a bunch of mediums try to push. Hey, look, it's a T95 and a Type 4 heavy. They're screwed. Why you don't push the valley. Especially when you see that on the enemy team, like... It's not worth it. Unfortunately now, like, I'm gonna have to try to... Alright, T32. Literally nobody's here. So if we can kill the defender before anybody else pops up, that's gonna be awesome. Yep, and my engine's out. I'm about to get hit again, but we gotta push, guys. Like, literally the valley's not gonna hold, and this is not gonna be good if we stay where we're at, because we don't have the center. I don't know if this defender shot or not. And the 252U's coming now. Gotta pull back even more, but nope. I'm dead. Not even worth it to turn around. It's what happens when your team doesn't set up on Lakeville right, but I guess I could have sat at the base where the Ag Tiger 8.8 is, but see how well he's doing now. We just literally didn't spot and contend anywhere. Like, even the town's a mess because we put too many people along the edge and not enough people here to basically push into the courtyard. Oh well. I honestly forget off the top of my head, Taco. It's like 4 or 6 seconds or something. But there is a perk that keeps people lit for like an extra few seconds. No, I don't even have access to that yet on this crew. But it depends on if someone has that perk or not. But I honestly forget off the top of my head. Tiger 1 here. It's probably easy enough if you just type in the Google as far as World of Tanks spotting mechanics. So Tiger 1 here. Hello G3, nice to see you. Well, the one thing I see, as far as, you know, problems like that last match, like us setting up, mainly came down to looking at the teams. There was only one light tank, I think, on both teams. Like, their 1390 ended up killing me there. Basically, they sent 2 mediums into the center. Even though they weren't lights, they kind of saw they didn't have lights and that somebody should do that. Our mediums decided to push the valley. So that's a red flag number 1. And then, basically, when you see that nobody's in the center to spot, like, the Ag Tiger and myself can't do it. Even if I'm, like, in a heavy tank and I see that, I may try to push, because you can do that if there's decent armor on your tank. Our heavy's basically pushing to the valley, or not the valley, the city. When you see that, obviously your valley's not going to win, and most of your tanks are basically in, well, either stuck in the valley or pushing the city, you might want to just kind of backtrack a little bit and think to yourself, like, okay, we got to make this quick in the town. Initially, we only had 2 tanks in the town, the Defender and the 252U, so basically the same tank. We should have basically tried to kill them in the first push, and we didn't. And then their backup came, and it was a mess. They still might win it, who knows, but it did not look very pretty when I popped out of that battle. I know this bat chat's antsy, but again, here, from looking at how my team's setting up here, I'm not sure I actually want to push, but yeah, everyone's doing the fallback, it's defense. That's a really, especially our super Pershing, he's top tier and has the best armor on our team. This is gonna be ugly, honestly. Again, we lost our Gag Panther 2. We're about to lose our Batchat 12T. Our Super Persian's camping. It's just, I thought about pushing to this corner because we're not going to have anybody here, but I don't think I would last very long. Like, honestly, you know, I don't get mad at this because I can see what's going wrong with my team, and as long as I don't, like, feed into it, I try my best, but it's going to be tough for us to hold this flank here unless we can kill the T-54 Mod 1, which I'm not sure is going to happen. Our bat chat just tried to push around a corner with however much HP he had. So, oh well. I'm gonna start backing up now because it might actually be, yep, it's already too late for me. This M41 pushed in and spotted me. So I'm probably actually gonna have 0 damage here. Yeah, he might spot me again, but as long as I have some HP, but no, 0 damage. It's just 2 matches in a row to where I could have pushed that corner, but honestly I would have had the same outcome. I might have gotten some damage, but just your team setting up, like, not even like how they shouldn't set up, but it's just setting up to where literally the only flank we can contest is the south there. But oh well. They, you know, we lost Lakeville too. Sorry for whoever requested the Tiger there. That definitely was not that great of a match. So let me get into the lead now. As far as your specific username, feel free to change your username and then you can come back to the stream here. I do not G3. You can always take a look at my tank request list if you want to see what tanks I have. Equipment on the Leopard Prototype A. I would go vertical stabilizer, optics, and a gun rammer. Set up on this side here. Honestly though, that match came down to the last one. I was keeping an eye on where the Jagdpanther 2 and the Super Pershing were going to set up. Like the Bat Chat wanted to go spot, but unfortunately he was alone. Once I saw the Super Pershing wasn't going to push anywhere, it's not like I could play off of his armor. Not that it's the best armor, but when you're top tier it's decent. Jagdpanther 2 died pretty early, and the Bat Chat, you know, I'm not going to be able to really play with him except for shoot at what he spots. But he went way too far out in the beginning. Once I saw that, you know, you're kind of dead in the water when you're in a tank like the Tiger 1, to where your armor's not exactly, I would say, even close to like average for your tier for a heavy. That's nice if you ate at the restaurant taco. That's nice to know. Honestly, it's been around much longer than I have. Like my family's owned it for, I don't even know how long. Basically longer than I've been alive. So I would say that yes, you probably ate there when my family's owned it. But like before us, it used to be called the Colonial. Before my grandfather had purchased it. I got done in by that stupid little cupola there. This FPS is really annoying me, that it keeps dropping down to 45. Because I can see it, like my CPU is at like, even with OBS, it's only at like 70% and at like max load. And my GPU's at like 20%, so it should have no reason to be bumping my frame rate down from 60. It's probably something with the V-Sync, since I cap it so it doesn't go to 120 while I'm streaming. From time to time, like Wargaming's had problems before to where, like I remember it was like a year to where if you had V-Sync on, it wouldn't apply to the garage. So you would pop out of a battle and say you capped it at 60, your FPS would go all the way up to like well above your monitor. It would try to render like 200 plus frames per second because they never had like a cap on the garage, and you would just have max load for everything, even if you weren't moving anything in the garage. It was a little ridiculous. I really hated those times. There we go. I'd rather guess you get the safe stowage for your whatchamajig, your crew member. Like it doesn't hurt if you are worried about that, but honestly, like a Leopard and a Leopard 1, you're most likely not going to want to get shot, and especially not get shot in the hull. Like at most, like peek your turret out and take a shot at long range. So that's why I'd rather have like a rammer or something. Because usually at that point, you know, you're screwed if you're that close to somebody and they're hitting you where your ammo racks are. Well, yeah, like as far as, you know, as far as playing, and like I basically, which decent match here, first class, not that it was like my typical M3 match to where it's awesome. I like playing the M3 relay, but unfortunately when you're not top tier, it can be difficult at times. I got myself too far out and you can just die really quickly to where I kind of had to regroup. But at least a decent battle there. But more or less, you know, I don't really get frustrated because playing tanks, because you do kind of have to focus on yourself. Like I'll give some people the benefit of the doubt and like stick my neck out for teammates where I might not, you know, it might not be in my best interest or my team's interest sometimes, but if there's like upside for helping somebody, you know, I feel like it's worthwhile, even though it might like hurt, say, your stats, because I don't care too much. Hello, Aaron? Thank you. I'd say I guess looked on. I guess you're in the match prior. I didn't see your name there. Couple giveaway here. I'll definitely say at this point I can't take any more tank requests because I'm not going to be able to get through all these here. Ideal equipment, pretty much the same thing. Like once your tank's able to get a vertical stabilizer, majority of tanks you want to use optics, a gun rammer, and vertical stabilizer. There's some exceptions, but usually, like, I would say like 90% of my tanks have that on there. If you don't have a V stabilizer, put vents on instead. If your aiming time's over 3 seconds, I think I go with, you might want to put like a gun laying drive instead of vents. But they plan on reworking equipment too this year. So basically with that, like if they change crew skills, if they change equipment and stuff, you will get refunded. So I think that's why it hasn't happened so far, because it is a very huge change to the game and a lot of refunds for people, which isn't bad. They just have to figure out a system to where if they change stuff and don't refund people and it goes wrong, like that's a lot of angry people. Like if I had to guess, I have like something over like 200 million credits as far as just equipment on my tanks. Like it's, you know, mind-blowing the amount of credits equipment costs. Yeah, I'm not playing too well here. try to cheat. No. Cheat and hit him with heat, but... Alright, they're actually pushing a little bit farther than I would right now, but... It's working as far as this guy. It's just I don't think it's gonna work in the long run for our team. I just hope they're down to just M103. Got me there. I just hope they can start shooting him, because it's gonna be tough. I don't have a repair kit, so if he keeps tracking me, it's gonna be difficult. I'm not angling right either. I'm just surprised. I would think this 252U could actually pen him. But the armor on this, I need to actually get myself out of here. But again, I don't have a repair kit. He's probably going to kill me. At least I tracked him, but he has his repair kit, I believe. Ooh, there's a badger there. Darn. Oh god. Yep, yeah, I'm screwed. I'm 100% screwed. This is why the badger can be so good, is it can fight like it has a turret sometimes. Granted, he did get himself too far out there. I'm dead now. I screwed up really bad on M103 though, because the way I was coming at him, I would have liked to be able to like poke around the corner this way, but I would have gotten hit by the IS-7. The way I was coming at him, he was basically, like when I was angled like this, he didn't even need to shoot me here. He was basically shooting me right in this area and penetrating me. So, a little bit of a mistake there, but hopefully my team is able to win. So T-25 pilots up next. As far as tiers, I think... Oh god, I forget what it... T-25 pilot. This is where, you know, it's hard for me sometimes to keep track of things, because I'm trying to get into all these requests. But it looks like I have tier 8 through... I think it's all tier 8 to 10 right now as far as tanks I'm playing. But let me start a raffle here before I forget. 1800 Levi biscuits for the winner for this one. You can enter, you know, on Twitch and YouTube now. Twitch, you just have to press, you have to put a 1 after the raffle command. My favorite tier probably would be tier 10 or tier 9. Hello, historian. Yeah. Got a little confused there for a second. Honestly, I'm like so hyped up on coffee right now. I haven't really been drinking it, but I drank a little this morning, or more than a little, honestly. But it's honestly the sugar I put in it. Because a little bit busy, especially yesterday with the restaurant, and also like Ryan and I just hung like a couple cabinets in like our laundry room. Never done that before. Not that it was hard, but it's a little bit more than just like relaxing after she gets home from work. So busy. Tomorrow I'll be fun day. Tomorrow I'll be basically scrubbing a ton of stuff. I'll be bleached more or less, with the amount of bleach, like cleaning the kitchen for like the first time. Like we pretty much, like, you clean everything, but you bleach everything down just to, like, you know, kill anything that possibly could be, like, living. I'm just sliding here. It's like we are outmatched here, but I'm still going to help these guys because we do have a decent chance. I just really screwed up there. I was having flashbacks, there we go, of the final cleaning day last year. Like, I just wear clothes I know that are never going to be seen ever again in public because I'm just, like, covered in cleaner by the end of the day. Which a T25 pilot, surprisingly enough, actually is the best credit earner as far as the tier 8 American premium medium tanks when it comes to, like, net earnings. It might be because not a lot of people have this, as far as, you know, you can't just buy it all the time, and some people might have, you know, just got it from the marathon on the NA server. But it is something that, you know, kind of surprised me a little bit. It's not that it's a bad tank. I would have thought that, like, the M46 Patton would inch it out, or like the Super Pershing or something. Got him to waste a shot. Because eventually they're going to break through here if we don't do something. Ooh, a Scorpion G. Yeah. I saw that coming, I just couldn't get out of the way in time. This our T95, he probably saved me there. He got shot from someone on his right. Our T95 pushed out. I'm gonna try to actually move back now. Our team's doing well, but I hope that I can get back one notch further. I think this Yag Tiger can see me. Ooh, he can now. Not exactly a great battle here, but I'm at least trying to help on the weak flank. Ah, I missed him. Oh god. Probably gonna die now if this... No, he died. Thank you, teammate, for killing him. Feel bad for the T95. I didn't pick the T44 up in time. Ooh. Well, vinegar works for cleaning in a professional kitchen now. Technically, you're required to use some sort of bleach solution to clean food contact surfaces. Bleach is actually not a safety hazard if you use it for cleaning correctly, because it evaporates after a certain time. You also use a sanitizer after you clean something. But we're not cooking, honestly, for until next weekend. So it's just setting things up, like getting food in. It's like they did a lot of construction in the kitchen over the winter, and they're still finishing up with, like, redoing walls and floors and stuff. So always nice to get an ammo rack. But yeah, technically, like, when health inspectors come in, they have test kits to where, and you're actually required to have them as well, to where it actually tests like the parts per million for bleach. You have one for sanitizer. I forget the other one. Yeah, there's only two that you're required to have. But the other one's temperature. But yeah, at least we got 2 wins here. Pretty decent match in this one. after, you know, I got a little bit more damage at the end. Just trying to keep myself alive. So a little over 2,000 damage. Without a credit booster, earned almost 60,000 there. Alright, so Scorpion G. Next here. Congrats, Fix-It Man, for winning the raffle over on Twitch, and Scrub for winning on YouTube here. Yeah, I don't use food consumables. Like, I would say if you were going to use them, just use them on already, sometimes like light tanks. I don't really think they're worth the cost, especially like in random battles. Maybe if you're doing ranked or like clan wars, but across a lot of battles in a tank, I'd rather have a fire extinguisher. So it infuriates me when like my teammates get hit and they don't have one because they use the food consumable, and we lose the match because of that. Gas masks? No. The only time I like will wear like a safety mask is like using a degreaser or like cleaning a grease trap and stuff. Probably one of the few like people in charge, like a sous chef, that actually cleans the grease trap in a kitchen. I don't like making people do things that I otherwise wouldn't want to do, which that is high up on the list because it smells awful. Like, I basically, I don't know why I can't see him. I basically make myself a, like, mask, like, rag combination filled with, like, vanilla extract and, like, cloves and stuff like that that smells nice, so I don't choke and die. Yeah, there's, as far as kitchen stuff goes, there's so many different like rules and regulations. Like, I have to go every, it used to be 3 years, now it's 5. You have to get recertified, test it, you know, they basically update you on any changes to where there's like, there's just so many certain things that you have to do. Like over like cooking at home, because you have to take into account like, usually, like, as long as a place is reputable, you don't have to worry about, like, your kitchen staff as much, like, contaminating food, but say you don't know what food, like, is coming back on plates and stuff, so you have to, like, it's, yeah, it's complicated. There's so many different things you have to take into account. Like, you never know, like, if somebody, you know, has something that's contagious. And even though it goes to like a certain area in the kitchen, yeah, you pretty much just nuke the kitchen every night when it comes to cleaning, and then nuke it again in the morning and throughout the day. Hoping this Indian Panzer is a little bit complacent. I don't know off the top of my head, Kumar, to be honest, for the Scorpion. I'm assuming I don't have a camo net on it because it's not showing up, but it's probably the same as, I forget, to be honest. But I'm gonna have to catch up on chat after the battles now. It's just, usually it's like midway in streams to where it starts getting a little bit too fast for me, but it's hard for me to read like long things while I'm playing here. Especially a tank like the Scorpion G, I'm not very good at. Especially when my team is down by 4. Unfortunately, I got the southern side on Lakeville again, to where unless you take ground early, and I feel like this is the harder side to no, I'm gonna get hit here. I'm just trying, and I missed. I should have just aimed center mass, to be honest. Or went for the defender. I probably should have had HE too. I'm actually gonna go up here. God. Not gonna be pretty. I'd like to shoot into the center. Might have gotten him. I didn't see an explosion. Personally, I don't have spotters anymore, so I'm just gonna take wild guesses. Hoping are moving. Guessing though this Yag Tiger's still out there. It's just there he is. At least he should be there. Or no, somebody was there. Not him, no. Maybe it wasn't a 140. I usually just go off of like the ground exploding. If I miss. I have to leave safety behind here. I should have just shot the... I don't have a shot on him now. The Yag Tiger. Right, someone's going to flank him. Still not out of this. It seems like we've been out of it for a while. I'm gonna have to go back and try my damnedest to help this BK, because they have both of their tanks stuck in the valley. Hopefully. Just, I'm not sure. They might have actually pulled their tanks back. Where this VK needs to... He needs a spot because... Yeah. I'm gonna use HE, but... I somehow just bounced the heat round. Don't push yet. Don't do it. Don't do it. Let them see what's up north. Okay, good. As long as this VK doesn't die, we'll be all fine and dandy here. I'm going for the kill though now. You know, it's still a little bit risky, especially because it'd be tough for me to... Better off shooting that. I'm just sticking with APCR because it was so close here. Not in the face. Pretty good match though. 3,500 damage, 4 kills, hopefully 5. Yay! I had a good match in a Scorpion G. It's been a while, so I'm usually really bad at the Scorpion G. Thanks, guys. I got a ace tanker. I finally aced the Scorpion G for once. It's taken me, I don't know how many battles in a Scorpion G to ace it. But yeah, 4,200 damage. I did get a little bit of unspotted damage there. Thanks for whoever requested this. I finally got an ace in this thing. 1,400 experience, 5 kills. Yeah. I am very happy now. But it's taken me, let's see here. It's taken me 202 battles to ace a Scorpion G. Where it's probably the tank with the most matches that, yep. So I had everything aced here, because before it was just the bat chat, where that was the tank with the most battles I haven't aced. So the one after this, I don't have any matches in it yet, I think, since I've repurchased it back, is the M41 HMC, and then we have the T25 AT. So thanks for whoever requested that. I finally got a good, decent match in that after 202 battles. Alright, so let me get a couple things set up here before moving on to the next request here. I'm definitely saving that because... Alrighty. But next up, I'm going to have a grind. But thanks, guys. Okay. Here we go. Got to grind up next. Why don't I hop into going... After playing that, I'm gonna play something with a little bit of armor here. Hello, SJAS. Best tank game, World of Tanks. I'm playing it, so I might be a little biased though. Mohammed, as far as checking stats outside your client, let's go to tanks.gg or tanks.gg. You'll be able to find stats very easily there. Which thanks David for the subscription too. Alright, so 705A here. I'm actually going to the... Ooh, wait. We might actually have enough people going there for once. We should win that. You'll actually see me go to the town for once up here. They do have quite a few tanks that can work up here, and unfortunately Type 4 heavies, again, if you're facing one of these in one, you can hit it in the turret roof, but also the engine deck here. It can cause a lot of damage. I would probably go with the ammo, or not ammo, the engine deck, because you can set it on fire and damage the engine while doing damage, so. Plus it's a little bit easier to hit than trying to hit the turret roof repeatedly. I just hope that they win the South, because even though this doesn't have the best gun depression and so on and so forth, I would be able to make it work getting down to here, and I can fight this way. They, like, Market Excellence, like, I can't really focus on them because I don't get that many battles in tanks, honestly, with how I do my stream. Plus, honestly, I would get bored playing like the same tank over and over. That's where I focus on ace tankers, where I forget what I'm at now as far as aces. I'll have to check. Thanks for tipping Levi a biscuit. I just missed him. I usually don't like anybody getting past. Not that I fight up here very often, but I don't like anybody getting past this area when I used to... This used to be like the main flank I went to. but I kept getting very frustrated with, and he's got the advantage on me. Plus using premium, which I'm not going to be able to bounce him unless I can get myself on a corner as well. We're gonna go forward. Did I track him? No. Fortunately, Artie's trying to help that EZ4. No, I don't want to get with these guys because we'll be kind of squashed in there. Their type 4s are going to make a showing very soon here. Trying to time it. I just hope they don't come from behind me, which they may because we don't have any spotters. It's really, our south's doing good, so all we have to do is kind of wait and see here. Trying to get myself back into as much cover as possible so I didn't get hit in case he had a derp gun. But the south just won. Awesome. Just gotta really just hold out here. He actually knows how to side scrape. I thought from his first move he was just gonna come around the corner time and time again, but I actually can't pin him too well. I got a little bit lucky there. There's an STI coming up. Just gonna shoot a warning shot over his engine deck. It was HE. I was trying to splash him in the back and damage his engine or set him on fire or something like that. Hopefully we can take him out. Please don't spam SGAS. Honestly, you're probably just gonna hide you because, or ban you, I should say. Yeah, you've already said that once, so please don't ask and spam for subs on anybody's channel, to be honest. I don't think anyone enjoys that. But pretty decent match here. I usually don't like this side because it's harder to make headway, but like basically less upside. But when I have to go here, I will. I'm just trying to see. Type 4 knows I'm coming, so... Except for now I can't get through there. Hello, Matthew. Nice to see you. Okay, 157 I'm up to. I'll check as far as the damage and stuff. I don't think the T30 was actually my highest damage per match. That was just the most kills, with 11 kills. I'll look after this though, it should be easy enough to find. Pretty decent match here though, 2700 damage. Hello Jackie, nice to see you. Mastery badge third class. Oh, hey little dog. Yeah, you're gonna get a tip. I forgot to, I think, tip him with the last tip he got. Trying to get rid of all the little bits here. But pretty good battle, most amount of experience, and yeah, made a little bit of credits. But as far as those questions go, So I'm up to 158 aces now. Max up XP in a battle in the IS3, just under 3,000 base. 11 for his max kills. I'll say I don't think I'm going to be able to find the max damage. Or wait, there we go. Maximum damage in a battle. So it's into 121. That, yeah, I remember that now. I was streaming when that happened. I think it was on Windstorm, if I'm not mistaken. So that was into 121. Before that, it was in the IS3, I believe, with my maximum experience here. Just under 3,000 base experience. But, yeah. I always like looking at little things like this. Pop into the Luva here. Very underrated tank now. Like I don't play it too much unless it gets requested. Like pretty much all my tier 8 premiums, unless I'm grinding credits. I don't really hop into them like out of the blue. But ever since they buffed it, it actually performs better than, you know, people give it credit for. The only thing I think that holds it back from like getting a lot of attention is since it is a little bit slower, you don't see like, say, people streaming it and stuff and playing a lot of battles in it. So then people watching don't, you know, I feel like some things get kind of vaulted up because people see like videos and like clips and stuff of certain tanks more than others. Well, it's base XP, but it does factor in your premium account. Like that's the only caveat to where I think the only reason they don't change that is it's been like that basically for as long as I remember, where I don't know if they could switch it back without screwing with things. But pretty much it's basically the base experience, but if you have a premium account, it adds that in to it, the ones that you see in the service record. Hello, Barks, nice to see you. I'm just gonna see if I can get, I don't want to honestly pop out further than this, but I could have gotten a shot on him. Thought they were going to put more tanks down there. I guess not. I'm a little bit confused as to where their team is. Usually you have a good sense as to where they're at. I'm guessing they're pushing the north, which is a little terrifying, given that we have nobody up there. But they could just be camping, but I don't know. But like, I know not everyone has a premium account, but you know, I feel like, you know, it's not that big of a deal that they add that in, because most people that play tanks, I feel like, would get it because it's the best like bang for your buck. I knew it was a risk crossing there. It's just I really wish it was not a 5A that I came across there with the large gun. Or no, that only has the large gun. It's not the tier 9 one. We do need to definitely regroup here. I'm probably going to get flanked on my left here, but yeah, I guess got hit by that guy in heat again. I shouldn't have popped back here. Oop, I might actually die. Think he shot? No, he did not shoot. Oh well. Sorry for whoever requested this. This was a really bad match, but it's on me. I shouldn't have sat in front of him, especially when he's literally just chucking. He probably only has heat shells in that tank. He doesn't even need heat to pen me in this, but yeah. I set up stupidly in that. On to the Indian Panzer here. I would backtrack the tanks if I have bad matches like that, like I did earlier in the M5A1, but I know I'm definitely not gonna have a ton of time. But if I do have time, I'll try to pop back into it. Hello, Spanky. T124? Like, that tank can be frustrating. I just treat it like I have 0 armor in the thing. And ever since I start playing it like that, I find myself enjoying it. Which I will say, you know, I've mentioned it a few times where next week, definitely going to be a new stream schedule. Where I'm trying to figure that out, hopefully by tomorrow night, but this week for sure it's going to be different. But most likely next week I know I'm probably just going to have one morning stream. I think it's either going to be Wednesday or Thursday, I think. I'm not sure about Tuesday because I'm pretty sure I'm at the restaurant then. But still kind of figuring out, because I should be able to use the same stream schedule if I set it up properly the first week here. I should be able to use that for at least like a month or so. Or not a month or so. About 3 weeks. So a little bit under a month. Just until, I don't really have a set schedule at work until like summer, so it switches week to week. Basically raffles are every hour, so there's still one more at the end of the stream here. But I do know, you know, I won't be able to do like a non-World of Tanks stream unless like I randomly have time someday, so I'm not going to schedule them anymore. But I'm looking to keep at least 3 streams a week, but I should be able to do 4. I just need to figure out like when exactly I'm at the restaurant, since it's just weird because we're not open every day, and when we do open every day I might be working like dinner a couple nights, and just yeah, it's a mess. But that's my life. A little bit concerned because I'm gonna try to play off of the rock, given that there's no arty. Like I can die very, very quickly here if they decide to push, and if my team doesn't help me. Come on guys, aim this way. Forget about the batch at 12T. Please, pretty please. I even tracked that T-34 right for you guys, right out in front. Awesome, I even bounced him. I saw he was using standard, so I just kept myself angled a little bit. That worked. I'm gonna try to keep this PZ-58 out here. Bring around the rock. His FPS is killing me. It just makes the stream a little jagged, I feel like. Okay, so their convoy bumped up a little bit. I'm assuming it's him. On faster. I don't know if this is gonna work out like I like it. It depends if they're aiming at me or not. There is a STA-1 somewhere, Conway still isn't aiming at me though, so I'll gladly chip some more HP off. There he is. And I missed him. AT-15s now. It looked like he was pulling back towards me here. I'm just gonna backtrack. There's no point in me pushing into a full HP AT-15. Come on. Oh. Yeah, I figured he was still there. I thought that he'd be pointing at me though. He can turn pretty quick. Hopefully I can get around him fast enough. Awesome. Pretty good match. Not too much he can do about this now. Almost 3k damage, 500 assists. Easy peasy. Luckily my team actually helped me when those two mediums pushed early, or else I would have been screwed. But I like playing that outer flank to where even if I can't push it, I usually can get the enemy to make a mistake. I got a first class. Yep, top 3 damage. I knew we were going to lose that last match because I played awful and our team, you know, unfortunately we just didn't pick up where they were pushing early enough. Alright, so I have a grind up next here. So let me get into, I haven't doubled the 65T here. I'm gonna pop off a couple little boosters here. Thanks, guys. Don't forget, you know, if you're a sponsor, you can use the emoji still. I plan on switching it hopefully today, since I think I have some time to get into Photoshop here. Basically adding biscuits to each raffle now. I add about 200 or so, since I can't do the stuff in the chatbot shop anymore. All right. Where do I want to go? I think I'm gonna play this side. But when I mean that, I mean basically straightforward. I don't think you guys really ever see me pop out here. It's just too risky. This map, there's a lot of different little entrances, especially in the center, and I don't like getting myself stuck on one side early on if I can help it. Unless, like, I know I'm definitely going to be pushing somewhere. But this side's usually our weak flank. Right now, we're going to have 4 over here. I'm just going to kind of peek at this corner and see what I find. Hopefully nothing that's already aimed here. I got him spotted, but if you ever spot it, don't pop out there. You're just going to get hit by a TD that's behind him. Or is the hill? I think we'll win the hill. That's a good sign. There's Strub 1030s over that way. T-54's in front of me. Leopard prototype. Don't know where he's at, but he's on that side too. Okay, I have a T-49 coming up here now. I'll take a risk and push across here. He killed my driver. I couldn't turn and nudge him. I should still be fine here. I knew I was just gonna stay on his lower plate because he was angling it and just swap right over to his side. That's something I do, is I kind of watch to where people are aiming at. But there's no way to like 100% get your tank covered from doing that, so you just swap over at the last second and aim somewhere else. Ooh, I got myself too far out, and I'm dead. That went really fast there, but once I saw the VK push up, he spotted me, because I don't have 6th sense. He spotted me, Scorpion G knew he could pop out, and yeah, I'm done. My team should win this, though. If we lose this, yeah, it's gonna be painful, because we pretty much have this area. These guys are kind of screwed. They should kill the VK. It should be pretty easy. But 1500 damage, but the 65T, it has a lot of glaring errors to cover up, but at the very least, as long as we win that, I'll be happy. So Panther 8.8 here. Getting close to maybe getting all the requests in, but still have a ways to go. I actually have not played this tank yet, so gotta get I'm gonna see what crews I need to. Panzer, probably gonna need another crew member though. Definitely not putting the Nashorn into it. I hope I have a here. I'll pop this guy in. Here we go. Got my really ugly camouflage here. Really ugly camouflage. Hello, Dana. And Juiced. Or Jost. Juiced. Unless that's correct. Alright, so top tier at least. Slightly more spiffy camouflage here. I like using the paints and everything, but I still try to keep it somewhat practical. And just being top tier here, I feel inclined to push, but I know this tank can't. I'm gonna try this side. I say that very, very worried. Mustard and liverwurst. I'm hoping they don't push this side hard, because I'd like to get there, but I don't think I'm actually gonna make it there. Hello, Dean. Nice to see you. I'm gonna say I'm not gonna make it there. Don't see their Ferdinand yet. I'm gonna go for it. The worst that happens is, yeah, I die. Oh, stop shooting me, T69. I didn't realize he could hit me again. That's my fault. Otherwise, I'd be fine just getting this T25-2 down. Fortunately, though, I have a very strong feeling Artie's gonna pop me. And don't think these TDs are going to be able to help me as much as I would like here. But I got myself, yeah, really in trouble from just popping out here, and hopefully this T69 won't be able to hit me until I can get up here. TDs, why are you pulling back? Stay up there, please. This is really risky now with me trying to spot with the HP I have. Especially because I do not have Sixth Sense. Yep, there he is. Now I'm really boned. Got one more shot off, but yeah. I wasn't gonna last any longer than that. But as long as these TDs pop out, we lost the one. The M44 hit him. Nah, that's not gonna work out now, this flank, unless, let's say they're both at, yeah, the M44 has knocked out another one. Yeah, that stinks. Oh well. We still had a chance there, but only if they were actually going to be able to kill those two quick. I underestimated the T69, unfortunately. So I have a T57 up next here. We did win Tundra, thankfully. It isn't pink now. I did at least alright in a 65 team match. Alright, so T57 heavy guy. I have an Object 257, STB1, and a grind. Favorite tier 10? I'd probably say the T110E3 still. Especially after when I did, it was like 2 weeks ago now, that one battle I had in ranked. That's what I'm hoping when I Photoshop some stuff today. I'm gonna start with trying to clear out some of the stream clips I have and like little funny moments. Get them out before the patch releases on the 20th or 21st, since the graphics change and the maps change. And then hopefully maybe start one of my map strategies. Thank you very much, Dana, for the tip. It's almost, you know, I'm looking forward to, not that I would call it breakfast, eating some lunch after this. I never eat before my morning streams. I'm not really a breakfast person, even though I cook breakfast at work. Yeah. Even with Levi, I assume he's going to be begging me to go outside because it's nice out. My next stream, though, you know, I have a few battles here left, though, is going to be tomorrow night, to where if anyone does want a platoon, you know, just feel free to message me and give me a heads up. I'll do my best to, you know, fit in as many people as possible. Just usually Fridays are pretty busy compared to today's stream. There's 2 people on my blacklist over there, for anyone playing the drinking game that you guys always joke about. This weekend is actually fun. I won't be streaming Saturday, but it's Ryan's birthday, to where hopefully, I think we're trying to do an escape room again with my family this time, which will be hilarious. But I think I got her the best present ever. The cabinets we hung up. She's been wanting them since we moved in. That's a little close there, Leopard. I don't know where I want to go. I'm over 900 for the blacklist. It caps at 1,000, I believe. Because there used to be a cap of, when I first started playing, 200 between the friends list and blacklist. decisions were made back then and friends were lost. But is that leopard one actually shooting people? I don't know. Yes, I ran into a rock. I think I am changing where I want to go. That's not looking as interesting as I wanted it to be. I'm sure they can, Mohammed. I've actually not used this spot in quite some time, especially in a tank like this. I don't want to camp, but looking at where I was trying to go, I was not gonna be able to push around that corner. Yep, I don't have heat, but... or at least I don't have heat loaded. Why did I stay out there? I'm just gonna leave my ammo rack damaged. Honestly, I went from really liking the T-57 Heavy to where I don't like it necessarily as much as I used to, because I feel like the armor on it just sucks too much. Like, it's something to where it's probably just from how I try to play it, but I don't feel like the autoloader is an advantage because you have to stay out, and typically you take a lot of damage trying to get more than one shot off, but... Nah, warning me about rocks is... Hello, buddy. I am bound to hit them. Hey, I'm just trying to pet you. I'm cleaning here. But he's still trying to shoot me. I probably should have... I thought about going north, but then in my back of my head I'm like, I always get angry that people go north, like in a heavy or something, and we have a E100 and Kronwagen up there, to where I should have just went there instead of overthinking it. Okay, I got my ammo rack back, but my gun is still damaged, where that's where like a large repair kit would be nice, but I'm cheap. Well, the T-57 Heavy is good, it's just I play it wrong. I'll admit it. Like, I should have honestly got myself in a spot that wasn't gonna be like sitting back and in a spot that's so open. I'm not gonna be able to hit him unless... Decisions. This is probably gonna be the wrong decision, but I can make it past him. Don't try this at home. I really wish my gun was fixed, but I have 20 seconds. That. Well, this is how not to play the T-57 Heavy on Sand River. Like, I can't hit him right now. I've got 6 seconds, and then I'll attempt it if he's still out there. Here we go, I finally got my gun back. Oh my god. 268 version 4. I feel really bad because I should have at least done some damage here. I still have 0 damage. I've definitely screwed my team over here. Or honestly, we're probably gonna lose, given the amount of tanks that we just lost. Yep, and I'm about to die here. And I just shot his lower plate, or not lower plate, the upper plate. Well, that was definitely a poor match. I'm just not even gonna look, move on. Let me start a raffle too. Let me hop into the 257. Some battles though, like that's where, like when people say like they focus on people or you get focused on from XVM, I literally did like the worst things I could possibly do. So that battle. So someone trying to focus on me over someone else, they were probably hurting their team. Granted, their team's still probably gonna win, but yeah, quite a few people I've seen in like the Defender and 252U haven't, you know, been playing it like they should, but like playing it a little bit too overconfident, and getting themselves into trouble. But oh yeah, that's something to where the T50-2, that was a fun tank, but yeah, I'm kind of glad they removed that. Joss, I don't have the 705A. I did get your first request. It's just, unfortunately, I don't have time to play any more battles. Like I have the STB1 I might be able to get to, and then after that I have a grind request, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get to that last one. But yeah, like that's where, honestly, like I wish more people streamed like I did, like played a bunch of different tanks and show off a lot of different tanks to people. Because like when I'm watching like other like popular World of Tanks streamers, unless like there's some that like focus on marks of excellence and stuff like that, which is fine, like those streams are good for like learning that specific tank. But like there's others that, you know, people watch mainly just to see them play, and they play like the same 12 tanks, and you know, I don't really see the point in that. Like watching more than like say of stream here or there, just because yeah, you're kind of learning, but at the same time you're, you know, you're only seeing a few hand-picked tanks that they play well at. Like I could play the T110E3 a whole stream, but unless you're trying to learn in the T110E3, you know, it's not gonna do you that much for other tanks. Kind of concerned about this M46 just because no one's picking him up. I'm probably gonna pop over to my left sooner than I thought here. Yeah, this type is gonna be fine. I'm not gonna be able to play off the corner with him there though. I'm not specifically singling out like one streamer, but because a lot of people do it. But you know, people like watching different things, so who am I the judge, you know? Crap, I aimed too far over. I wanted to hit him in his lower plate. I'm gonna let you go, because I wasn't gonna damage you there. I'm not gonna damage you. Rather Not that this IS-3 is not dangerous. I'd rather get their prototype out though. Oh god. I'm gonna take a shot from this. Luckily he bounced again. Just the IS-3's been making a lot of pretty big errors. Which, thank you very much, Lobobo, for the tip. Thank you very much for the tip, Lobobo, even though you missed most of the stream. Hopefully you have audio, since I know you're at work. Trying to slow him down for the Type 5. We're only up by 2 though. M46 is going to be popping out about there, probably to kill the Scorpion G. Maybe he's not going to pop out. Don't think he's going to make it out of this though. Unfortunately for them, they, even though it's only a difference of 2 of their tanks are probably still in their base. But we're still not out of this. Like, I could get ammo racked, something like that. And now we're moving into where their TDs can hit us. Oh, their ISU 152 decided to drown themselves. What a lovely player. Vegas nailed me, not good at all. I might die here. Go. Of course he's in this area. This is why, like, this map's disappearing. He's actually all the way up in the zone that you aren't supposed to get to. This map's disappearing next patch, and thank God, because it has its issues. Come on, I know I can get up here, but maybe not as fast now. Maybe not as fast as I would like to in this tank. I know I could get up there in a medium. Was that a... What do you mean by that? A bride? Oh. You know who I mean. Yeah, again, I'm not pointing out specifically one person, but yes. But then again, I might be the one in the wrong though, because I try to do too many tanks sometimes and I utterly fail at it. I'm just gonna pop here. Like, the Scorpion G might pop over and kill me, but I'm just gonna probably inch my way back into cap. We still haven't found our Artie. He might be left of us, or he might have gotten up there too. Who knows? Could even be in the city, because honestly we didn't cover all of the city, me and the Type. Take that. There's their Artie. I'm just gonna sit in the base. I had a pretty good match. I don't care about the last kill because I'm definitely not gonna be able to get there. I'll kill Mr. Snowman. I can't shoot through him. Their Artigus almost reset me there. I'm actually surprised it didn't reset me. I wanted to run over to Snowman. Oh. Well, yeah, like, see. At least I got a decent battle here. As far as most damage, most kills, most experience. But It's only a second class. That says a lot about the 257. Alright, so I have one last battle here in the STB1, which let me... Congrats Taco for winning the raffle over on Twitch. And congrats Doug for winning the one here on YouTube too. STB1. Yeah. I know, the snowman, I'm surprised you couldn't shoot him. But yeah, more or less, you know, I like to think, you know, me basically playing a bunch of different tanks, you know, keeps the stream somewhat interesting. And then on top of that, you know, I'm kind of learning along the way. You know, when you guys see me grinding tanks and playing like tanks I'm not like 100% comfortable playing. Like, I know how they're supposed to play based off of like their stats and seeing other people playing, but you know, it's another thing kind of doing it yourself. But also, you know, I try to keep like a couple different things, like, you know, mixing in Levi into the mix and the challenges and stuff that I don't see other people doing. Hopefully now that we got Ryan's cabinets up though, I'll be able to get because I would have worn it today when I got killed by Artie. I think what I'm gonna do for the helmet is whenever I get killed by Artie, because it says Artie magnet on it when I finally finish painting, I'll put that on for like a few battles. I would say, as far as the raffles go, Taco, I think it updates every hour. That's the only difference for the other chatbot, is you won 20, I think it was like 2,800 Levi biscuits, but I think until that next hour comes around, it doesn't update. That's the only difference I've seen with that, is it takes a while to update the totals. This is gonna be a wee bit close. Ooh. Barely got there in time. I'm pushing my luck, trying to push on him still. Oh, thank you guys. It's see you, Dana. Have a nice one. I'll see you tomorrow. Hello, Poria. Nice to see you. I should have figured that he was going to try to back out of there. I would try to do the same thing, but I would have turned around behind the rock and then just ran myself off the cliff. I might get hit here by a T-69, but he doesn't have the best accuracy. Neither do I, but... Okay. I think I'm maxed out there. Ooh, no. Yeah, he got himself around. Should die by this bat chat if he's loaded. If not, I'll try to... There we go. My team's just doing really well here to where I'm gonna push out on the 2-line now. I know going here right now is not gonna work, but since we have such a big lead, I might as well try to do something fun here. I'll hopefully not kill myself here, but since it's my last battle. Hello, Joey. movement to any 4s, not in a sniper spot. The E75 is though. Damn. Gotta tap the brakes, but this T-54, if he realizes I don't have HP, he can just pop over and take me out if he gets a decent roll. 75's no longer there. Here's the T-54. Yeah, didn't track him. Oop, here he comes. And I missed. 12 HP. Now this... he's still not out. I can get shot. I don't care too much because our team's up by such a large amount, but yeah. Great, we have a ton of people trying to spam, so honestly you're all just gonna get banned easily. Thanks for following Hadrick over on Twitch. There isn't a flip coin for Twitch now. I haven't figured out how to make a command to do that on that chatbot. I don't think I can make one, but I've tinkered around with stuff. I just haven't. He probably still has a repair. Maybe not. Probably still gonna end up killing me unless they keep him tracked. Yeah. That was not one of my finest moments there. But honestly, when it comes to people like popping in for that, I don't know why people try it anymore, because both Twitch and YouTube, they set it up so it's really easy to deal with it with just one click. But it's easiest just to ignore them now. But anyway, at least we got a win here. Top 2 damage, even though I was kind of dinking around after we got up by like 6 or 7 tanks, so. But anyway, let me pop up the little bits here. But it was a fun stream. Yeah, thank you very much for the tips, guys, and also the new follows, subscriptions. But thank you very much, and the sponsors too. Spanky, thank you very much for the sponsorship. You know, my next stream is going to be tomorrow night, starting at 8 p.m. Hello, Net. Nice to see you. But thank you very much again, Spanky, for the follow. I think we're now 1 away from the next kind of unlock here for the next sponsor emoji here. But it was a fun stream. I had a couple really good battles, and I finally aced the Scorpion G too. But we're just 1 away now from the next little emoji. I guess I gotta get on finishing 1 up. But yeah, thanks again. I'll be back tomorrow when it comes to streaming. If anybody does want a platoon, send me a message in game, and I'll do my best to you know, fit you into the stream. But otherwise, you know, have a nice day, guys. I don't think today, you know, because they updated the test server a couple days ago, I don't think we're gonna see like a new a test, you know, when it comes to Thursday. I actually wanted to hit the other one. But anyway, yeah, I'll see some of you guys tomorrow. Otherwise, most likely this Sunday I will be streaming, even though like my next schedule, it technically will start Sunday. But after that, like next week, I'm pretty sure I'll only have one early stream next week. It'll be like Wednesday or Thursday, I'm pretty sure. But I'll do my best to figure that out by tomorrow. So see you guys. Have a nice one.